This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
It's because everyone's talking about this.
Always live, always real, always unpredictable.
I think that's taking it to another level.
Yeah. Log on and join our live conversation.
He said this as we were coming on TV.
DBL starts right now.
3, 2. Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Thursday, July 11th. I'm here with Erica and Brandon. I'm Jeff. Let's get to it, guys. Tonight we have some big celebrity news. TMZ says Heidi Klum has remarried.
Woohoo.
Her new husband, there you go, is, get this, Erica, 29-year-old Tom Kaulitz, a German rocker. They reportedly got married in February. This is Heidi's third marriage, Tom's second. How did they keep this a secret? And just for the record, Heidi's 45, he's 29. Does that make a difference, anybody?
No.
It's that love, that real love right there.
All right. No comments on that?
No, I don't. I mean, at that age, 29, you're kind of finding yourself. You kind of know who you are, and he's been married before that, so he kind of knows what he wants, what he doesn't want. She probably wanted him, you know.
Heidi
Did
Klum,
you find yourself with an older woman?
Here we go. DBL.
Maybe I was kind of creeping down that path for a reason.
Thank you, and I thank you for easing into it. Erica just threw me right in the water. I guess when I was 22 years old, I was dating a 43-year-old. My
like in a relationship?
Not like, you know, we're having fun, but yeah, I used to like hang out over the house all the time.
She was having more fun than you, I assume.
No, I wasn't. There was a huge house, and she had this one maid one time, and
wow, it was like that?
All I had to do was tell her one time, I don't like mayonnaise. Every little sandwich she would bring me from then on wouldn't have mayonnaise on it and be cut like really nice. And it was
They're not called maids, they're called house heroes.
I'm sorry. I'm always learning the right things to say, Erica.
He was
She had
22.
a house hero.
32. But right now, me at 34, right now, there are two women out there, older women out there, Kim Cattrall and Lisa Ray, I've had crushes on forever.
Really?
Yeah, look, I mean, they don't age. Look at them.
You put it out there?
Right there. Put it out there. Kim Cattrall, Sex and the City, and then Lisa Ray, Players Club. I'll always remember Diamond.
Do you want to give them a little message in case they're watching?
No. I'm gonna let, at this point, it's just like let the universe be one. Just
all right, we'll leave it at that.
Thank you.
All right, guys, Miley Cyrus is anything but conventional, and that's exactly how she describes her marriage to Elle. She's on the cover and talks about her marriage to actor Liam Hemsworth, saying, "I don't know that I would ever publicly allow people in there because it's so complex and modern. I'm in a hetero relationship, but I am still very sexually attracted to women. People become vegetarians for health reasons, but bacon is still bleeping good. And I know that I made a partner decision. This is the person I feel has my back the most."
That's interesting because you have to remember that they were together and I think they were engaged. Then they split up and did their own thing, and then they got back together and got married. But I don't think that this is as rare as people think it is.
I don't think so either.
No.
I think that there are a lot of people who don't have a serious preference for one gender or another because it's not about the gender, it's about the soul. So when it's a very mature decision to make a decision on a life partner, not necessarily think about what the sexual aspect or gender aspect of it is.
I don't know, but comparing another person to bacon, eventually you're going to want to eat some bacon.
That was a little weird.
Yeah.
So maybe I don't know what the relationship is. I'm just guessing, and I'm not even being funny here. Maybe they experiment. Maybe they bring someone else into the bedroom.
Well, she said she doesn't want to bring anyone in because it's complex. Isn't that what she said at the beginning?
I thought she meant, that makes more sense. I thought she meant like the audience in.
Oh, no,
like
no.
Details.
No, you don't want to bring anybody else in a relationship. Well, I mean, in that type of situation, it does get
that makes more sense. That makes more sense.
Yeah, I've seen.
How do you know?
Because I've seen friends and who say that's what they want. That's what they want in a relationship, an open relationship in that manner. But then, like you said, bacon is so bleeping good, and then you go back to wanting bacon, and then someone's heart gets broken. It happens all the time.
Bacon.
So I heard.
Bacon's always the cause. All right, guys, we're going to move on here. I like this next story. An infamous love letter from Tupac Shakur to Madonna is up for auction. The rapper wrote the 3-page letter from prison back in '95. The bidding starts at $100,000, but could go for as much as $300,000. In the letter, Tupac writes, "I've waited a long time to write this, mainly because I was struggling to find all the answers. The effects of racism makes it difficult for a young black male to properly show affection for an older white woman. Can you understand that? Please understand my previous position and that of a young man with limited experience with an extremely famous sex symbol." He ends the letter telling her to be safe and asking if she knows anything about, quote, Jack and crew. It could be life or death. So I don't know what that last part means.
That's code.
That's definitely code for something. I don't think any of us know what that means.
It's code for 2 reasons. One, he was in prison, so someone's reading those letters.
Right.
2, it probably is code in the event that the letter was found outside of prison. I think this is so crazy because people think of Tupac as this like gangster rapper, and there's this like sense of this very strong and gritty presence, but Tupac was a scholar and like one of the most prolific artists of our time. So he was a wordsmith, so he feels more gentle to me. And when you see these photos, like him walking out in handcuffs, like a man, like you just read those words and he's in handcuffs. Like it shows you like how life has been for people who look like him, people who look like us.
Right.
It's so complex.
I think he embraced his thuggish lifestyle, which I'll say it because he was self-proclaimed thug. He tattooed it on his stomach. I don't think that's who he was. We have to remember he was 24 years old when he died. Think about how young that is. He had a fantastic mind and a brilliant mind. I think if he was still alive today, this world would be a different place. I think he'd be in politics. I think he'd be making changes. He was about uniting people. I know his lyrics and things like that sometimes are thuggish. Again, I'm putting quotes around that.
But think about it though. he has hits like, and if you don't, we'll have a race of babies who will hate the ladies who make the babies. That's the Me Too movement.
Yep.
That's Time's Up. Like, you think about, like, if you really, really just read the lyrics, don't even listen to it. Like, what he was talking about, that's why I say he's one of the most prolific artists of all times, because he's talking about social issues that we're just now touting, and we're able to do more than he was.
Yeah, I agree with you. And a lot of people might be like, what are you guys talking about? But I'm telling you, I'm totally with you on this one. You agree?
Absolutely.
Good move.
Yep.
All right. Reviews are pouring in for Disney's new live-action remake of The Lion King. Let's get up to Raquel Villanueva for news at the moment.
Well, critics are weighing in on the new Lion King, and their reaction is not good. Right now, the film has a 57% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes, dropping to a lower score probably every few hours. It's praised for its stunning visuals, but many feel it lacks the heart of the original animated movie. One critic even called it a disaster. But it's not all bad news today. The soundtrack is out now, and here's the new take on the classics. Yeah, you can hear that Beyonce. The Lion King is out next Friday.
Thanks,
I'm just
Raquel.
going to give a shout out to my childhood friend Jason Weaver, because he sang I Just Can't Wait to Be King, the original one, and it was better.
You know, I'm going to see this. I don't care what critics say. You know, I'm very excited about this. Again, I said yesterday I'm going to bring my son. Those songs, it's so ingrained, the original songs. So when you hear that, even I was like,
yeah.
But I think you just got to get used to it. You know what I mean? Brandon, what's up? You're not talking over there or what?
We got to move on to another topic. I can't wait to get to it.
You wanted this next one. All right, well, good transition there, Brandon.
Thank you.
Speaking of The Lion King, earlier this week at the premiere, Seth Rogen learned just how much people love co-star Beyonce. She got a standing ovation before the movie even started. Let's check it out.
John, the director, Favreau, introduced the cast before the screening. Beyonce was called out, and the audience stood up.
Yeah.
And went
We
crazy.
stood up. Yeah, we did.
And I was like, she's getting a standing ovation for just existing. And I totally got it. I was like, yeah, we should be celebrating. We made it. We're all in a room with Beyonce.
Seth Rogen, I know what he feels like. Because that's how DBL Nation is to the Erica Cobb.
Stop it.
AKA Queen C. Look at this.
Oh my
Thank
God.
you.
That's why you wanted to move on.
I'm Pumbaa, you're Timon, and you're Nala, and Simba is Al and all that. DBL Nation. Yesterday, someone
Who
sent
am
me.
I? The dog?
I don't know which one is which. Pumbaa or Timon. I don't know who's.
I'm the prairie
the muskrat. Yeah, just be him. Just be him. Just be
Why
the
you gotta give
muskrat.
Al the big position?
Because Al Jackson, they love Al Jackson too. It's crazy. Somebody was.
I mean, Tori should be the prairie thing.
Someone sent me a DM yesterday or a Twitter thing and was like, "You're so cocky. You're lucky that you have Erica Cobb there to keep you in check." I go to bed at night. I wake up in the middle of the night with the thing from the intro. So he said this as we were going live on TV. It's the Erica Cobb show. I'm just here.
Not, no.
Don't play me out. See,
They're playing you out.
No.
If Erica was talking, you would not put you out.
Queen Cobb.
Email is live and coming up in just a minute. A man lost his cool big time at a bagel shop. Watch this.
Women in general have said it on dating sites. You think I'm making that up? Everywhere I go, I get the same smirk with the biting lip.
He was sick and tired of people making fun of his height, so we're playing a little game we're calling Coming Up Short. Get it? Where you have to guess who's the shortest celebrity. And a little later, there's always plenty of drama whenever the Real Housewives get together. Find out what set them off in Reality Roundup later on.
Like to thank Brandon London, who apparently I'm contractually obligated to be nice to for the next 5 days. No, that bought you 5 days of niceness.
Oh, see, you got.
Are there gonna be Erica? Is there gonna be Erica? Wait. 5
days.
Can we start on Monday? Because
No, I think if you make it through Friday, the deal's you're good.
No, come on.
Okay, I'm gonna try really hard to be nice to Brandon.
On a Friday.
Tomorrow.
I won't be here on Access.
You'll be very
going
nice.
to Chicago.
We won't be rude at
I'm
all.
going to Chicago.
I'm gonna be so nice to you tomorrow. We'll send you the footage.
You see what I have to. You see what I go through, ladies.
I was wondering why you weren't talking. I was like, what's
Because I wanted to get to it.
Hey guys, get it with
Oh my goodness, hello.
We're taking a picture.
What's up, guys?
Hi. Everybody's
Quick,
in,
come on, do your
everybody's
homework.
in.
Sit in the
Do your
chair.
homework.
Oh my goodness. Watch
TV
your
right
fingers,
now.
okay? Make sure your fingers are
See here. Come on up.
Welcome back to DBL. Tonight, a video of a man in a bagel shop on an epic rant is going viral. He says women mock him because he's too short. Let's watch.
Degrade women. Why is that okay?
Why is it okay for women to say, oh, you're 5 feet on dating sites? You should be dead? That's okay?
Who said that to you here? Nobody.
Women in general have said it on dating sites. You think I'm making that up? Everywhere I go, I get the same smirk with the biting lip. Shut your mouth. You're not God or my father or my boss. Dude, you want to step outside? You want to step outside? Huh? I'm not scared of you, pal. I'm not. You shut up, too. You said, go ahead and attack me, big.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm glad we had some youngsters in the studio watching along with us. All right, guys, while this video is crazy, it gave us an idea for a game we're calling Coming Up Short. Steph, why don't you take it away?
All right, so guys, this is how the game works. I'm going to give you 2 celebrities, and all you have to do is guess which one is shorter. And DBL Nation, make sure you play along at home. So let's get started with Coming Up Short.
All right.
Loving the background music. Okay, first up, we've got Jeff's favourite, Justin Bieber versus Tom Cruise. Now, the Biebs has threatened Tom with a fight, but we need to know who's shorter. Is it A, Justin, or B, Tom?
All right, you guys ready? 1, 2, 3.
All right, well, the answer is B. The 5'7" Cruise is a whole 2 inches shorter than the 5'9" Biebs. So who's winning? Who won? Who won?
We all got it
You
right.
all got it. You all got it. All right.
5'7" and 5'9". Come on, let's be honest. That's not true.
Now, these 2 people have gone head-to-head multiple times. We've got Taylor Swift and Kanye West. They're bitter rivals. Could their height be something to do with it? Who's shorter, A.T. Swift or B, is it Kanye?
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Okay, the answer is B. It's Kanye.
Wow,
You got
we
it
all got
right.
it right.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Kanye's 5'8" and Swiftie is 5'10". She's got long legs.
Kanye did well by marrying Kim because
I
she's
know.
very short.
She's tiny but gorgeous. All right, now you don't want to mess with this power couple. They're a force to be reckoned with. But when it comes to George and Amal Clooney, who's shorter? A for George or B, Amal? Who do you reckon?
Okay, ready?
All right, I'm just going to go wild here.
1, 2, 3.
All right, the answer is B.
Oh!
Brandon, you're the winner. Okay, so Amal
I
is
thought that was a trick.
Miley's 5'9", George is 5'11".
She's always wearing those fabulous heels.
She really is. She really is. Okay, we need to get some competition from across the pond more my way. All right, so Kate Middleton and Meghan Markle are always making headlines, and Meghan is new to the whole royal thing, but has fame gone to a head? Who's shorter, A, Meghan or B, Kate?
I don't know. Megan got those weird-looking knees.
All right, ready?
I don't know.
1, 2,
What?
3.
All right, the winner is A, it's Meghan.
It's the knees. I'm telling you, look at her kneecaps.
I had to go low.
Megan's 5'6", Kate is 5'9". She's a tallie. All right.
A tallie.
She's a tallie. Okay, so we've got a bit of a tricky situation here because Erica and Brandon, you've tied.
No, Brandon won.
Y'all can't give me credit around here.
I gave you credit.
I go on these dating sites.
No, you got
these dating sites. They call me short.
Wait. No, I'm just
We
being
got the
told.
last one wrong.
Brandon is actually the winner.
Yeah, we got the
thank
last
you.
one wrong. He got them all right. He did. You gotta give him credit.
Okay, fine. Oh, that's right. I'm being nice to Brandon. Yay, Brandon!
Wow.
Yay.
Even when he wins, he can't get a win around here. We'll be right back.
Melissa and Tonic, welcome to Daily Blast Live. Look at Tonic taking a little snooze, a little cat nap, if you will. Melissa, you have a show of trained animal actors called The Ultimates, and you have done shows for GMA and Animal Planet. So tell us, what brought you to Pet Sematary, which is, by the way, one of my favorite horror films of all time?
Probably one of the biggest things I'll do in my career is the iconic character of Church. But I mean, it certainly was the live show that brought me to Pet Sematary. I have the dogs that can handstand, skateboard, jump rope, but I also have a cat that can sit pretty on my head. And the animal coordinator of 30 years searched me out because of this cat. Now, the directors had a very specific look in mind for the cat, which was the look of the book on the cover of the Stephen King novel.
Right.
And because of my training experience, we were able to say, let us know what look you would like to have, and we'll pull those cats out of shelters and train them in 2 months.
That's incredible. The fact that you're pulling them out of shelters. I, in fact, have rescued 4 shelter cats. So, yeah, I am a cat lady. You have a wonderful reputation as a trainer, which I really appreciate. So how do you ensure the ethical treatment of animals on set?
And thank you for saying so, because positive reinforcement training techniques is something that I am known for. I have done 7 years at the shelter with our Humane Society, and one of the things that I said as I was moving on set is I'm going to have very big demands. I want the cats to have their own trailers.
Yes.
I want them to live in the trailer cage-free with a human as a cat that happens to have a job. I want them to have daily leash walks. I want them to have a cat wheel, a cat patio, air conditioning. So I had huge demands, and nobody had any problems with it. So it was great working with Paramount because they met all of those demands. And all of that, plus we're saving lives. You know, one of the cats to play Church was left behind in an apartment.
Welcome back to DBL. It's time to obsess over our favorite moments from reality TV. My homegirl, my big sister, Erica Cobb, is joined by Tori Shulman and Sam Shakur for Reality Roundup.
Okay, first up on the Real Housewives of Potomac, things got heated at a dinner party when Candace and Ashley start talking about each other's families. You don't go there. Check it out.
I'm in my house. No sense, Candace. I'm in my house. You really need to grow up. Stand on this table. You really need to grow up. You really want to be separate from your mom.
You will not discuss my mother in my house. You can get out.
Did she throw a knife?
She threw a knife.
She threw a knife.
It was a butter knife. She was waving the knife all over the place. What she really needed to do was sit down and figure out how to get a house of her own and get herself and her husband out of her mama's house, which is what Ashley was telling her at the time. Now, if Ashley is married to a gay man, that is her business. They seem very happy about it.
Okay.
And she set Ashley up because she went ahead and told everybody that Ashley's husband said that he wanted to do something else with another husband in the group.
Okay, that just context.
Wow.
Erica Cobb, thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, and next on Bridezilla's, the wedding is almost called off when a groom tries to wear, are you ready for this?
What?
Sneakers on the special day. Enjoy.
Has anyone even seen Mark's shoes yet? No! He's not walking down the aisle in these shoes! Shut up! You're not wearing these shoes to a wedding! If you don't buy
Whoa, that is a snippet of what the rest of your life is going to look like, bro.
You better
that is horrific.
And sneak out of that marriage.
Yes.
You gotta sneak out of that marriage.
Oh, yeah.
That's not good.
Wow, the anger.
She broke a vase. Who cares about
Who
what
acts like that? My 2-year-old acts better than her.
I know.
Jeez. All right.
Man,
wow.
Some people just really want to be married.
Yeah. At least she didn't throw a knife.
Yeah, that's true.
That's better.
And finally, after 9 seasons on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Lisa Vanderpump has announced she will not be returning for the next season. Let's take a look back at some of our favorite Vanderpump quotes.
Life isn't all diamonds and rosé, but it should be. Life is a sexy little dance, and I like to take the lead. Throw me to the wolves, and I shall return leading the pack. Life in Beverly Hills is a game, and I make the rules.
Aww.
The most fabulous of all is leaving, but you know her.
Yeah, I've spent some time with Lisa Vanderpump. I've been to her home, Villa Rosa. She's very...
Is it pink? Is it everything you
Pink everywhere. Yeah, and she does have pictures of herself everywhere, too. So she is kind of a caricature of herself, but she really is one of the most kind, generous people.
Wow.
Well, there's no show without her.
I know, and she plays the game, too. She knows exactly what she's doing, but you just got to take her for what she is, and I find always having a lovely time with her.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it would be better to be a frenemy of Lisa Vanderpump than not have LVP in your life at all.
You should always want to pump it up. You want to keep her close. It's true.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, she's very powerful.
So Lisa Vanderpump, from all of us here at DBL, we want to thank you for the memories. Okay.
Is this enough?
Is this good? We were told to take a long pause. Was that long enough? This has been Reality Roundup. Bye, guys.
A month they moved out. They left him behind.
Oh, that is so terrible. Thank God for you, and thank God for your tactics. I mean, I want to hire you as an agent, considering that you get your cats better demands than myself. The directors of the film said that they had to cast about 8 different cats for the role of Church. Some were good at walking to their marks, some not so much. So I got to know, what was the most notable skill that your little tonic had on set?
Well, the hardest thing that we did was the first day. It was when originally he was going to go to John Lithgow's leg, rub against his leg, jump on his lap, stay for the duration of a conversation, and then come back to me when I cued him. And that's, that was with me 10, 15 feet away.
Wow.
And they canceled out the leg rub. I looked really nervous, because they were cats, and we trained them in 2 months. John was such a gracious person to work with. He squeezed my hand, and I thought, oh, it's all over my face. But once I released the cat, he was perfect. Aww. And everybody said, wow. It was such a cool moment. And you wouldn't think it would be such a complex behavior, but it was. And that's a big moment. When I watch that, it makes me think about actually filming that scene and how proud I felt. This was our first day with all the cats, and everybody was wondering, can cats be trained? What's going to happen here?
Yeah,
We're really proud of them.
I would love for you to come over to my house and help me train my 4 cats. But also, you're such a proud mom, and that is so sweet and endearing. So we know Tonic was a stray. We know that he was adopted. Thank goodness, courtesy to you. And he was trained for the film. You said upwards of 2 months. So how did he actually book the part? Was it because he looked like the cat on the cover, or was there something else where the director was like, he's hired?
Actually, they hired my partner, Kirk Jarrett, and myself first. And they said, here's a photo of the cats that we want. So we were to adopt the cats and train the cats. Wow. So we brought the cats home. We started training the 5 cats. There was a different cat that was supposed to take the role because she had a beautiful grumpy face. Aww. But she really didn't enjoy the work.
Okay.
So then we were able to, the directors had a look at where everybody was. We showcased the cats, and they were able to decide who would play what role.
What are some movies that inspired you as a trainer? Because I was always impressed with The Dog and the Thing and how perfectly it hit its marks in long takes. I mean, one long take, the dog is a better actor than most human actors.
I mean, I always think back to Homeward Bound, and I remember that golden retriever coming over the hill, and you know, that's just one of my favorite movies as a kid. I watched it 100 times.
Incredible. And you have such an incredible career, and I think that, I know that you said that this is the highlight of your career. I think that there's going to be much more milestones ahead for you, Melissa. Thank you so much for taking the time with us here on DBL, and bye, church. Bye, Melissa, or actually I should call.
Welcome back to DBL. So after Brandon won the contest, Erica said she's going to be nice to Brandon for the next 5 days. There's only 20 seconds left in this show. Brandon's technically not going to be here tomorrow, so that's already 2 days you've been nice to Brandon.
Wow,
it's
see,
not. No,
it was so easy. You know,
we don't start till Monday.
No, it started right away. I just want to thank you for allowing me to be so nice to you for all day.
And we're out of time.
Yeah.
We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place.
Buddy.
Brandon, you look great today. See you tomorrow.